him last Sunday night against the Cowboys. Now it's the Chargers' turn as you get a look at the brand-new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will make it into the end zone. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start. But I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Austin Eckler, the ball.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert. He completes it to Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Now it's Herbert, and he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
To Damian Williams. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Returning, it's Benjamin. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Dan Bailey.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And just a yard to go here on second down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. 7 yards there and a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. They'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
They're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chargers 14, Chiefs 7.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A 28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 17, Chargers 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now the 3rd-year man from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Matthew on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Eckler. Finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, he just gave up that play.
On second down, here's Herbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, and it's third and short.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Watch out for Hill on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see a little bit more of Mecole Hardman as a receiver in year 2. First year, used him a little bit as a gimmick. Throw it to him occasionally, some jet sweeps, maybe some return game. But he really came on late in the season. 538 yards, 6 touchdowns. A pretty darn good year for a rookie receiver, and really made his huge impact as a return guy. Earned a Pro Bowl nomination in his first season.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Robinson's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Marcus Robinson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Past the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the ground, this is Williams. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. So from Charger territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I got my corner roll. That's what. Come on. So that one will be accepted. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Williams. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
The tackle by Kenneth Murray. A gain of
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
39-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down, Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss, And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
4-yard line.
Kelsey out in the slot right. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Butker on for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Is good. Makes the score Chiefs 24, Chargers 21. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off off a play fake to Eckler. It's Herbert. He's going up top for Taylor. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it's third down. Again, Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert throwing again. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Bailey's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going deep here for Allen. the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The 25-yard line.
2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Handoff to Damian Williams. The tackle by Nick Vigil. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get that to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield. 3rd down here.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there've got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. His 3rd reception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 8. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the
defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will be taken down in a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Herbert off of play action. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
20-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second down and 5. They go jet sweep. This is Taylor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that fourth down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the fourth quarter. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 5-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
He was tackled.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And they take a knee.
Mahomes on the keeper.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 46. On offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a